Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the Saga Book Club on 22 panels. Lee's throwing a fist in the air and not in the bad way. It was a pumped fist, not a,
Like I'm excited, Fist. I'm
yeah,
super excited.
yeah. It wasn't a Josh Hawley before running through the hallways fist. It was a rah rah fist. Um, but yeah, volume six. Volume six might be of the first nine, it's my favorite volume. It's not necessarily the best volume, but it's the happiest volume, so it's my favorite volume, if that makes sense. You,
Yeah,
you
I can see
know,
that.
I mean, it's the one where like the hardest stuff is at the beginning and the best stuff is at the end. So you get to you can feel that you're building towards happy. So even the hard stuff isn't as bad as it could be because you can feel that momentum. But like
Yeah,
it also ends with like, at least in Saga terms, the super happy. I mean, you remember Wayne's World, and let's go with the super happy ending. Little,
right.
that's what it feels like.
Yeah, I think I mentioned this earlier in the podcast, like on earlier episodes, but for like the first three volumes, I remember saying like after the third volume, I was like, they're tying off all the stuff from the first volume. So
Right.
since this is six, this is like the second time they're doing that. They're taking four,
Yes.
five, six, tying off four, five, six. I think that's why
No.
it's feeling so happy because there's so much
Y-
conflict that's been building.
well, I think also, this shows us how aware um Brian and Fiona are of the different ways in which the comic is released, because every issue works as a single issue. I mean, if we'd wanted to, we could have gone issue by issue and we would have filled up the time,
Easy.
right? Easy, no problem. Um, so each comic works as a standalone story. Each um trade paperback works as a standalone story. Each hardcover, which is 3 volumes, so 18 issues. This is the end of the second hardcover. Works as a pretty good standalone story,
Mhm.
and for that matter, um, each omnibus is gonna wind up working pretty well as a standalone story because the first one already does, and there's only gonna be one more. So unless they completely fail at the end, which I just don't see happening. Like I have no doubt that they're sticking this landing, right? Um, each 54 issue omnibus is going to work well as a standalone story. And there's something really special about that to manage to package something so that it can be great in different sizes. Yeah, is the word I'm looking for. But yeah, this is this is the overwhelmingly happy one, which is what makes it amazing. Um, those are my initial thoughts. Anybody else have initial thoughts before we really start digging in?
No, that I think you summed it up, dude.
Okay,
Yeah.
we're done.
Okay. No,
Right.
I would definitely agree that especially the readability, and this is not something that I really considered when I first read Saga, is just how well it read as a trade paperback. Because that's when I got into it. It was, I think I remember it was like 2 or 3 years after they already started. So I picked up volume one, and then literally finished it one night, and then the next day went and bought every volume that they had available, which I think it got up to like 5 or 6, I believe.
Okay.
And then from there, I just collected the floppies. So it definitely, Tad, to your point of reading the trade, those 4, 5, 6 issues, whichever volume is appropriate there, and even just individual comics, it reads so well. Like,
Yeah.
whether it be a sad ending, a happy ending, an in-between ending, a cliffhanger, whatever the case, there's always something that's like, okay, but what's going to happen next? Like, still that drive to read that next issue.
Yeah.
I
So
totally
again,
agree with that, actually. That's why I binged it when I first read it. I read it online on my iPad
Yeah.
in bed as
Yeah. Yeah.
high school. And I didn't stop until I was done. And every so often I would come to the landing and yell down to my dad in his office and be like, Dad, can you believe they did da da da? And he's like, keep reading every time. Keep reading. It was keep reading. And then the last issue happened, and then I went, what? So it was just a roller coaster.
Well, and this also has one of my favorite, and it's not an opening splash quite, but the opening 4 panel of this is just fucking nuts. With
With the farts, the farting
yeah,
foot.
this is Tootie
Tootie.
Stinkfoot.
This is some of
He's
my
a
favorite
giant
series.
foot man who has very bad gas.
I love this.
I occasionally think about asking my wife to make me a Tootie Stinkfoot
T-shirt?
t-shirt, but I think for it to really work, I'd have to convince her to do it in 4 colors
Mhm.
because
blessings.
as little red, green, and puke yellow as there is,
I mean, the fart
maybe diarrhea yellow as there is, like
Yeah.
it's all totally
Yeah.
essential. If you didn't do it at full color, it wouldn't work.
Mhm.
No, actually, I think one of the craziest things I've ever seen, I want to say in a letters page they had, because they have their cosplay editions, their annual cosplay contests, and I'm 99% certain that they had, I think it was in their letters page. I might have seen it somewhere else, but
Yeah.
somebody cosplaying as Tootie Stinkfoot.
I love that.
That's beautiful.
I mean, it's also just it's total testament to like the depth of this books that you have people cosplaying as a drawing by Hazel.
Like there for one panel.
Right. I mean, there's a discussion of it on the next page. I mean, I love how it like continues that like
It disrupts the whole class.
They should do a
but-
mini.
yeah, but
Tootie
what
Stinkfoot.
they're all laughing, and
really
she's
should.
like, Hazel, I'm glad your vocabulary choices are slightly less inappropriate, which is the
Yes,
first
let me
great
rest.
line there.
Yes. I was like, oh, I can
But-
relate to that.
But the assignment was to draw something that makes you feel sad. I know, Noreen, but nothing makes me sadder than how bad Tootie's toots smell.
That's brilliant.
Which, I mean, it's brilliant, but it's not even the funniest Hazel panel of this issue.
Mhm.
Nope.
Because later in the issue is when she shows Noreen her wings.
Yep.
I guess it's the next issue that we've got the crazy the funnier line from her, because when Noreen because Noreen passes out at the end of this issue.
Yep.
Is it actually? Oh wow, no, that we don't
No,
even
it's
get
not
back
this
to them for. Is it 3 issues later?
I think so. It's 3. Yes. It's
Yeah,
well into the-
I completely forgot that this volume has way more stories or way more issues that stay in one place
Mhm.
rather than like 2 pages here, 3 pages there. but when she wakes up and she's asked how. Oh, where is that line?
Did
Oh,
the
yes.
Queen go
Well,
back-
my mommy is from this planet and my daddy is from the moon. And he loved her so much that he put his penis inside her. And then I got in my mom's tummy, which made her happy, except now she can't go in bounce houses because they make her go pee a little bit.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there going, this is so crazy, particularly considering like she hasn't seen her mom since she was barely walking. So this is a mixture of things she's picked up from grandma and things she remembers from being a toddler.
Yipper.
Oh, well, grandma or Isabel. It's so nice to have Isabel back. Um, but yeah,
My name twin. I love her.
yeah. This is the volume where Hazel starts to. I mean, we've always had a little bit of Hazel's character because she's the narrator, but like she really starts to flesh out in this volume,
Yes. Yes.
and
And
I love it.
Hazel becoming the pig doctor was like one of my favorite
Yeah.
little segues
Isabel.
in this.
Isabel is the pig doctor. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. It was so great.
Like I said, I, I think we can swear on this, right?
Yeah.
Fuck no.
I think I already have. I mean, I said
love Isabel.
penis.
Penis isn't a swear word.
Well, no, but
That's more scientific than anything.
Right. I mean, this guy
well, I'll
has-
give you that. You know, yeah. There we go.
Yeah.
I love that. I've always loved that Saga is very transpositive.
Yep.
It's everything positive.
Well, yes, that too.
Saga's just like such a I don't know. What's the one comic I actually recommend to like all my friends, like anyone who reads, anyone who knows how to read. So literally everyone, I'm like, there's a space opera that you should read.
Yeah,
The only
there-
other
Space
comic
opera.
that I know that's this trans friendly is Grimjack.
yeah.
I have not read anything else, and that might be my small limited what I've read.
Right.
But
But
nothing this overtly
there's
trans.
yeah, there's definitely other ones. But what I was gonna say is, in terms of recommendations, is like to me, there are exactly two comics that I'll recommend to almost everybody. And really one comic that I will recommend to everybody, and one comic that I will recommend to absolutely anybody over the age of 18 and most people over the age of 12. So Saga is the anybody over 18 and most people over the age of 12, and Bone is the absolutely anybody.
Yep.
Mhm.
And those
I
are
can see
those
that.
are my two favorite books in the world. Those are the only two I have omnibuses for. They're the only two that are at college with me. Like those are
I mean,
the books. They're the books.
with good reason.
Yep.
With good reason.
Yep.
Oh,
Oh.
I mean, I can't believe actually they haven't even thought about doing a Bone book club. So maybe when we get caught up on Saga, we should do Bone.
Yeah, you have to.
Lee, have you read Bone?
I have not yet, unfortunately.
Oh my God.
How have you
I
not
have.
read Bone?
I'm in if you do that.
Yeah. Bone is amazing as well.
It's so good.
Similar length,
Yeah, it's like
or at
100
least no, it was 50 issues. So it's similar length to what we have from Saga now.
Bone was only 50 issues?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Bone's
it was
short.
50 issues exactly.
Bone's like a one saga omnibus.
Shit.
Yeah.
It's
Huh.
It was 50 issues exactly, and then there were, I think, 3 one-shot like stupid rat tails, and then the
Rose.
rose and
yeah,
the
there's
thorn.
Rose. There's also a couple of like
Yeah, the
offshoot
Rose
books that are
miniseries.
super
Yeah,
cute. I have those in my room upstairs
Yeah.
at home, but I've got like a bunch of the offshoot books too.
right. But those I mean those none of them are. I mean, again, you got the stupid rat creatures is like a collection of shorts, and it's like
Mhm.
it's essentially the equivalent of a 4-issue collection. Rose is probably the equivalent of well, I think Rose was 5 issues. Because it did come out as single issues. And then he did Coda 10 years later. and he did a couple of novels with pictures.
I want to say there's a Bone handbook too, and I own the Bone.
He did a handbook.
Okay, because that's the other book I was thinking of. That Stupid Rat Creatures. I have Rose, and I have one more, and I think it's the handbook. I think that's the third one I was thinking
of. He did like a kid's book centered on Smiley and a Dream. So there's a little bit more in the universe than just those 50 issues, but the main story is 50 issues. There's the 5-issue Rose prequel.
That Charles Vess illustrated.
Right. The Stupid Rat Creatures is kind of in-universe shorts aside, and then everything else is like a little bit different. Yeah, that's the best way to put it. I'd have to pull it all out to know to get into deeper. And this is the Saga book club.
Well, I have one more thing. Can I share one more thing about Bone?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Because you know what? It's my favorite comic ever. And it's always going to be number one, only because it's his childhood character. I think it's so cool.
Yeah.
That Jeff Smith went and wrote a whole freaking 50-issue omnibus of the greatest comics ever. And it's his childhood character. And he's like, since he was like,
I showed you when you were here the
my favorite.
I showed you my copy of he released a collection. It started in publication as a comic strip in the Lantern at Ohio State. I showed you that while you were here.
I've also read about those on the Bone fandom.
But what I really mean is what I really showed you when you were here, like in the Kickstarter edition, he included 3 mini comics.
Yeah.
He included the Bone characters, the earliest of which he made when he was 8.
Yeah. Like what, 7, 8? Yeah.
Yeah. And like they felt fully formed.
So crazy to me.
So yeah.
Because I had a character when I was little, I would draw Super Belle, and I would make my dad Super Belle comics, and I bet you he still has them right in front of his that one Spider-Man box down in the basement.
I do.
As a kid, that really resonated with me that he took, because I think I found out.
So you're going to become a chemist, a Nobel Prize winning chemist, and a Super Belle cartoonist. Is that what you're going for here?
Oh, if I could be a cartoonist, that would be the coolest thing.
You're gonna take Big Bang Theory to the next level.
Oh, if anything, I'd write and I'd have my dad draw. To be honest with you.
Oh, okay.
Are you kidding?
So,
and if you catch me quiet, I'm literally looking up Bone right now to right now. Just by the way,
Lee is down the rabbit hole going, what's this Bone thing that I missed? They said it's all old ages, so it can't be the Bone I was initially thinking of.
Nope, absolutely not. Yep. But it's actually funny because as it does relate to a Bone of sorts. But I thought one thing that was like pretty endearing was the interaction between I'm going to butcher her name, Petrichor, the grandmother with Hazel in the prison when it was like the sort of parts, as it were. So what was endearing to me was, even though it's an uncomfortable sort of situation, clearly Petrichor didn't really care, maybe because she was so callous, but she still is that childlike curiosity. It's like, well, but you have this, right? Going back to the whole idea of like, mom can't go into a bouncy castle because she has to pee, right?
Right.
It's that childlike curiosity sort of still being there. And even the hardened grandmother, excuse my language, but at least the way she's presented thus far, just being a complete bitch.
Yeah.
Just seems so soft in a way. At least that's the way I read it.
Well, I mean, the first, in a comic that's full of twists and turns and surprises, the first thing that really, really shocked me when I was reading this, and like even knowing it's coming still gets me every time, is at the end of this volume, where the only wrinkle in the super happy ending is Marco's mother saying, "No, I'm staying.
Hmm.
Let me stay in prison and thrive."
Mm.
Um, and like Petrichor going, "Okay, I'll take your spot." um, and then obviously leading to another scene of great confusion, because
Mhm.
Hazel had allowed Petrichor to believe that it was her mother that was a horn and her father that
Mhm.
was a wing,
When
and
Yep.
and yeah, but
Yeah,
but
I
yeah,
think
I
I
I
think
was totally blown away, and every time told, and I don't think we're done with Grandma.
mm, oh no.
I mean, we haven't seen her since this moment, I
Mhm.
don't think,
I'm excited.
but I don't think
Not that
we're
I'm
done
aware
with
of.
her.
I'm excited if she
Yeah,
comes back. I liked Grandma.
yeah, yeah. And the Will had better watch out. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, just yeah. I still like fuck that guy. I'm sorry. I
Cause like,
He gets his Fat Thor era here. I mean, we see him at his worst.
yeah, but Grandma has taken no vows of nonviolence.
Why would she do that?
That's my point. Though, I mean, she is reading Heist to prisoners, so I mean,
I mean, but that's just her heart's in the right place. I mean, it's like Peacemaker or like Deadpool. You know what I mean? Deadpool's a
right.
love story. His heart's in the right place. You know what I mean?
Sometimes
he just always fucks it up
when he has a
Exactly.
heart, when he has a heart, it seems to be in the right place.
when it regenerates. Yeah.
Uh,
I'm
actually,
solely talking about the movie Deadpool, by the way, here, because that is like my comfort movie. That's my ultimate movie. And that is a love story. He says it right there. So
see, my favorite of the Deadpools is Once Upon a Deadpool.
Mm-mm.
The the
PG-13.
the PG-13 cut of Deadpool 2, where he kidnaps Fred Savage and puts him in the Princess Bride room.
You haven't seen that.
It's
wow.
it's fucking hilarious. I mean, somehow in making the movie PG-13, they also made it so much more wrong. I mean, honestly, I gotta wonder about the parent that would allow their kid to see that version of the movie, but not the other.
Mm.
It's like I'm okay with him violently kidnapping a celebrity to reenact a movie from, or a scene from a 30-year-old movie, uh, to tell the story that's just as violent but doesn't have as many sex jokes.
Mm.
Mhm. Americans are okay with violence. They're not okay with sex. I don't know why.
I don't either.
We can actually see that a lot in the way that anime and Japanese animation developed instead of American. But that's a
Yeah,
conversation for another day. That's a really
it
cool
is.
topic, though, to dive into.
Mhm.
It is. Um, I also loved the the teacher with
Yeah,
the anyone who thinks
Yep.
one
He's one
book
of my
has,
favorites.
that is my favorite quote from
yeah,
the series so far.
yeah.
She reminds me of
Anyone
my
who thinks one book has all the answers hasn't read enough books.
Yep.
Um,
But yeah, I love her. She reminds me of my preschool teacher. I was not the most well-behaved kid in preschool either. And I had a lot of things going on too. And my
well-behaved kids in
very much
preschool. You show me a
I was
well-behaved
I
kid in
was
preschool, and I'll tell you a kid whose parents borderline abused them.
I was evil. I was told I was demon child. However, my preschool teacher and I had a similar relationship to like how Hazel and her teacher get along, and that is always so endearing to me to read.
Yeah.
Like warms my heart that like she had someone when she was that little that she could rely on and like that knew what was going on, and like it makes me feel like hope in my heart that there are good teachers and good people out there. Because I've also
I hope so. I try to be one of them.
Yeah.
It's hard sometimes.
I mean, I don't doubt you are one. My mom's one.
Yeah. You got 2 puppies in the room with you.
Yes, I do. And they're finally quiet. They drive me crazy on these.
Don't say that. Don't say it too fast. Knock on wood real quick.
Yeah, no shit.
You're gonna jinx yourself. Those dogs don't stay quiet for long. Let me tell you.
This is the part where I just want to go back to shitting on Will.
Oh yeah, we can do that.
Shit on the Will.
And mostly because
you do have to call him the Will.
The Will, right? There's
Will.
I kind of like the disrespect of just going with Will.
No, because there is a period in the book where he is just Will, but this part is he's the Will.
Mm-hmm.
He hasn't been stripped of it yet. I mean, so I guess you're kind of shitting on him, but then you don't get to glory in when the universe shits on him.
Yeah, well.
I mean, we're getting there.
What's more shit?
But the reason why is because I think this is where Goose is quickly becoming my second favorite character behind Isabel. Yes. It's just, God, this little guy that
with his chopper,
he's so much heart. We talk about heart in Deadpool. Like this guy.
Yeah.
I've been like, as I reread it and I'm still looking through the panels now, it's like maybe it's just that underdog mentality that like he's not gonna mess up Will. Like
Tiny Mr. Goose is not sure who you think you are, but Goose swears on the buried treasure of the House of Goose that sniffed. Friendo.
Yeah, this is so great.
I think there's a Funko Pop that I still need one of.
Yeah.
I have it. He's in his pajamas.
I need it.
He's in his pajamas.
I need it right now. I have the money. It's right here. I need it.
It was a hot topic exclusive.
Yep.
So I actually had to go to a hot topic in order to get. But the Bad River site, they call it a 2018 summer convention exclusive. So maybe it was also at conventions. They have it for only $20.
What?
Not bad.
Yeah.
Hey, Christmas money.
Here, I'll show you. I just pulled it up.
It's gonna be a Goose Funko Pop and a concert. That's Christmas money.
There you go. In his pajamas.
Oh my gosh!
Even in the box, he said
I guess I didn't send you. I showed you my Saga stuffed animals, but I didn't take you downstairs to see my Saga action figures.
I didn't go downstairs at all.
yeah, because
don't worry, I have Saga. I'll be back.
Yeah, I have all of the Saga pops, and I have all of the. There were 3 2-packs of action figures. There was a Will and Lion Cat, Marco and Alana, and a Hazel and Isabel.
My dad has those.
So
I've seen those.
So I have all of those too.
But his are not unboxed, and they probably never will.
Mine are totally unboxed. I kept the boxes. The boxes are on the shelf behind them, but they are totally unboxed because they're toys and you need to be able to play with them. In fact, I can say that Marco and Alana have both piloted the Millennium Falcon.
Worthy pilots.
This is what I'm saying.
That was not a phrase I thought it was.
This is the first time that's ever been uttered in the history of humanity.
No, because I've said it before. See, the reason why I mean, I sometimes get figures of different sizes, but the reason I love the 3.75 4-inch series is from for whatever is that's the traditional Star Wars size, which means that that's the size that fits in my Millennium Falcon.
Oh my gosh.
And that means that I can mix and match.
That's awesome.
You know,
Can't argue with that logic.
No.
exactly.
You can have
Particularly
epic
because,
crossovers.
yep, yeah.
Mhm.
Particularly because I have and they're a little on the big side for the Millennium Falcon. I mean, in terms of piloting it well, Hazel's actually the best. She fits perfectly.
Oh.
Um, but
Dying. No.
yeah, no, I love that. That's one of the reasons I had to keep the boxes.
Yep.
Um, but yeah, no, I will occasionally pull out the Millennium Falcon and random figures and set up scenes and just send silly pictures to people. You know, particularly like a certain group of friends that I know will make them smile. That like if I know one of them's having a bad day, it's like, okay, here's your Captain America flying the Falcon, or
That's
that that
awesome.
that sort of thing. Because I mean,
Just a little thing.
I gotta have some excuse to have all of this money sunk into toys that I completely tore all of the value away from because I wanted to play with them.
Eh, what's the fun in that? It's life.
I mean, you can find unopened toys in my house, but that's mostly because a lot of the time I'll like come across like a sale and I'll buy like 5 and I'll only open up one right away and the other 4 will kick around for when, ooh, I really want to open a toy today and let's go. I'm going to open this one. Just like I have lots of unopened packs of baseball cards in the house because the joy is partially in opening them. So rather than like doing it all at once, you buy the box of packs, you stick it on the shelf. When you need to open a pack, you go open a pack.
That's smart. We need to shit on the Will more though, because he's in his Fat Thor era, and we really haven't
He
talked
is.
about it.
He
He
is.
is in this Fat Thor era.
It's honestly kind of nice to see.
Drugged out era.
Yep.
Yeah, he's literally his Fat Thor era. Like he's hung up on this girl, hung up on this chick. She's
Well, until he switches into, I mean, since it's supposed to be your first love that you see on heroin, uh, who, how weird is it when it shifts from imagining his fling with the stock to talking to his sister?
It's almost like him on heroin. His heroin illusions or hallucinations are a better conscience to him than his own conscience would be.
Little bit of that too.
Yeah, yeah.
And the one chick who calls you on your bullshit.
Mhm.
So here's my question. Who's she talking about? I mean, I know who he winds up acting like she's talking about, and it's the more appropriate person for him to act like he's talking about, particularly given the romantic nature of the last few pages. But I think she's actually talking about somebody else that just happens to be in the same place right now.
Mhm.
I'm not
'Cause-
following.
well, when the hallucination of his sister tells him to go off and find the one chick who calls you on your bullshit, I think she's telling him to go back to Gwendolyn, or at least that's what he winds up doing. But I think she's really talking about little Sophie.
Oh, I think you're right.
Mhm.
I didn't even connect that when I read this.
Yeah. The one that really calls him on his bullshit
Mm-hmm.
little Sophie. Because among other things, I hate Gwendolyn as much as I hate the Will.
And they're so right for each other.
They really are.
Lee, you're up to date, right? You came back after the okay, so you
Oh,
know
yeah.
why I hate Gwendolyn.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Not up to date. Don't
Neither
spoil
am I.
it.
I
Yeah.
won't.
I have not read it. I'll cry.
Okay.
I'll cry
Okay.
right now in my house.
When we get to
So,
volume
so we
10,
shouldn't tell you about what.
we're gonna go through.
Just
We're
this
gonna
one
go.
time.
We're gonna go through some shit.
Yeah.
I
I'm
mean,
not
Neither
ready. I'm not ready.
we're gonna be
What-
going through some shit in volume 7 and
What?
volume 9 and
Yep.
a little less in volume 8 that you already know about. But volume 10, we're gonna go through some shit. But then Hazel becomes a rocker.
Uh-huh.
Don't
I
spoil.
will spoil that.
No,
I read that, so that's okay.
I haven't.
So what chapter are you at right now, Belle?
I don't remember. I remember reading a couple. I think I remember the last thing I remember is Squire, and that's it. And I'm not going to say anything else because my dad, I don't know if he's read it, but that was the last one I read.
Well, I mean, if you've gone beyond 54, it was in issue 55 that the thing happened that made me absolutely hate Gwendolyn.
So I don't remember what that was, but I have read it.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, we'll wait to get there because I don't feel like pulling up the picture right now, but when we get there,
when you know, you'll know.
mm.
Then it becomes. Is that when we start doing the single issue podcast?
Honestly,
I mean, I think we have to at least catch up before we do single issues. Though at the pace we're going, we might be catching up about the time that they come back to single issues.
I was tracking that actually, and I'm like, ooh, that's kind of cool.
So we might finish up as a single issue.
that's cool.
All the better to invite Fiona and Brian too.
Yeah.
Yes.
I got to pull out my typewriter and properly write them a letter.
Can I draw them a picture for you to include?
We could all send separate letters inviting them and see which of us they respond
I like that
to.
idea. That's a great idea.
And we'll call it the 22 panels.
22
Get
letters.
Fiona or Brian to join us contest.
We could do 22 panels, 22 letters, and we could each send letters.
We'd have to find more people because
You
if we
got
do
22
that, we got to find 22 people to send them.
I turned 22 this year. Do you have 22 friends?
21 friends.
might.
You count.
I count.
Yeah. I mean, technically, how many people are on like this invite? I mean, we haven't had all of them join us, but this is I think second to the Joy, Resistance, Hope, and Survival book club for the most people on the invite. Yeah, there's 16 people on this invite. And admittedly, one of them is just the 22 panels address. But that means 15 other people on this invite.
All right, 7 more. Can do this.
So that's an interesting question then, right? Not just the letters, because I'll share this. I don't get starstruck that easy, but and Ted can attest to this. One of the few times I've ever been starstruck, and I can count it with 2 people. It was Joe Kelly on his podcast and Garth Ennis, who I met.
Oh, you got to meet Garth Ennis?
I got to meet Garth Ennis at a local con.
Wow.
I think it was like Fan Expo. And he was just the nicest, most chill guy. And I blabbered like an idiot. I could not. He's like, what do you like to read? I'm like, all your stuff. He's like, well, I have books here. I'm like, yeah, what do you recommend?
That one.
That
one.
Yeah.
No, I haven't read that one. Let me buy it.
Just, wow. But
yeah, no, I tend to be that way too. But I've had a couple. The first time I talked to Klaus Janson, I really kind of got really tongue-tied. Enough so that the second time I talked to him, I literally had a mutual friend of ours make make the reintroduction. I still haven't managed to get him on the show, so I don't know if I've managed to be tongue-tied enough yet.
Would you be starstruck by Brian and Fiona though? I would.
Oh, 100%, which is
Yeah,
why I bring it up. So like
Maybe.
I 100% would.
I would.
For sure.
Jeff Smith too. Same thing for me personally.
Well, see, that's the reason why I'm not certain that I would be, because I really, really expected to be starstruck by Jeff Smith,
Mm.
and it turned out that between knowing his work so well and the type of guy he is, which Brian and Fiona both seem to be that laid back too, we fell into an easy rhythm immediately.
That's awesome.
You know,
That's so cool.
I mean that's part of the reason that I'm not as worried about it. Like it's become one of my questions. I ask people for their surreal comic experiences because I have so many of them, headed by the fact that like there are a number of people that I would have expected to be so starstruck around that I was never able to develop any sort of rapport with them that are like friends. Not just people I've talked to, but like people I text with.
That's so cool.
you know, so I and what's awesome is like none of the shine has come off.
Mm-hmm.
Like I still adore them creatively as well. I mean, you saw me with Marcus last night, Lee. You know, I mean, I have nothing but the highest respect for Marcus as an artist.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if anything, I like him more as an artist now than I did when I met him, and I had high opinion of him then. But he's also one of my best friends.
Mm-hmm.
Like legit, just one of my best friends. So yeah. I'm not saying that we'd pull that off with Mark or with Brian and Fiona. And like, if you're listening, Brian and Fiona, I'm not trying to say, hey, we need to sucker you into becoming our best friends. We'd be happy just to talk to you. We're not stalker crazy types.
Speak for yourself. No.
Yes.
Says the psychologist.
No, so here's the wait. Actually, before I even ask my question, do we know for sure that BKV, Brian, and Fiona like listen? Do we know that?
Oh God, no.
Oh, okay.
That's me messing around. That's me messing around.
I got secondhand starstruck there.
I mean, there is always the possibility, particularly if we have a letter writing campaign, that they could decide to go back and listen before, or at least pick like an episode. You know, it wouldn't be the first time that one of the guests had decided to listen to an episode before coming on. And a handful of my guests have become semi-regular listeners.
Yeah.
But no, I don't know. I've had no contact with BKV or well, no, that's not true. I have had brief contact with BKV because he had some hardcovers of Spectators available for people on his Substack, and he said like best comment, you know, and I shot out to him, you know, don't necessarily consider me for a hardcover because I already ordered mine from my LCS, so I've got one coming. But I got to tell you, you know, you've got, you know, the dearly departed hamburger and now milkshake and my dog's potato, and he loved that my dog was potato.
Nice.
So there are two comic creators that love that my dog is potato. The other's Chip Zdarsky, but my dog's full name is Barbecue Baked Potato Chip Zdarsky. So like
Potato for short.
Yep.
Right.
So here's the
So
question.
when the vet calls, do they say there's an appointment for
Potato.
potato? Okay.
So here's the question I have for the group then is if we just imagine for a moment that we are able to get Brian and Fiona on the podcast, is there a specific question that you would like to ask them? Like, what would be the question that you would want to ask them?
Oh, I know the first question I'd have to ask. I would tell Fiona what I imagine about how the hiatus came about
Hmm.
has always been that you drew issues. Right. I'd even preface it like it in the back matter of the first book when you talk about how an issue of Saga comes about.
Hmm.
It was revealed that Brian kind of knows the whole story and you prefer to go issue by issue. So the first time you're reading it is when you're prepping to draw it. And given the content of issues 52, 53, and 54, where Brian kicked us in the stomach, knocked us down, and then smashed our heads in. I have always imagined that the way that the hiatus came about was you finished drawing issue 54, sent it off to Brian, picked up the phone and called him and just said, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. I'm taking a break, and hung up on him.
That sounds about right.
So my question is, how far off of the truth am I?
That'd be a good one to have answered.
I don't know. I think, oh God, I'd have to ask about where the inspirations came for specifically Marco, Alana, and Hazel. Like what, like who, like as like a person, or like who in the real world, like what characters inspired these characters, or what like people in your life inspired these characters. I don't know. That's kind of an interesting thing I'd like to know.
Matt's going to ask about balls. I can tell.
Yeah, giant scrotum sacks.
Yeah.
And
So Fiona.
dudes.
Like,
Let's talk about Fard.
so I think for me, I think it's going to be a little bit of both, probably more so towards Brian than Fiona, but still relevant to her is like, for me personally, whenever I dislike a character so much, I'm most drawn towards them. Excuse me. So like, obviously, I love Hazel. I love Goose. I love Isabel. Like, by far some of my favorite characters. And we clearly know how I stand on the will, I guess. But,
Let's
but,
shit on him some more.
but that to me also just screams to like the portrayal of him, the writing of him. So like to me is I would want to know what is it that obviously I'm going to feel the way I feel about him and I'm going to perceive him the way I perceive him. But I want to know what is it that they're trying to portray? How are they trying to portray him to me?
Right.
Because I want to ask too, like, am I off? Should I like this guy? Like, and then I want to know that. It's like, what is
I
it about these
mean,
characters I don't like? It like,
I
why?
do think there's that brief period where you're supposed to like him after he saves little Sophie. And
Mhm.
there's that brief period where you're supposed to like him while he's a tortured hostage
Mhm.
for the guy he killed while saving little Sophie.
Mhm.
um which frankly, those are the two parts of the book that I am angriest at Brian about. I am more angry about being tricked into briefly rethinking my feelings on the will, not once, but twice,
Mhm.
Valid.
than I am about what the will did that made me hate him forever.
Yeah.
Because I was always expecting him to either do that or die trying.
Mhm.
It was in no way out of character, except twice you really teased the idea that maybe he was going to have some kind of personal growth.
Redeemable quality.
And that's like for me, I think you even said this before, Tad. So sort of circle back to something you said on previous episode is that Brian K. Vaughan does an excellent job of just coming out of nowhere and kicking you in the fucking stomach on this, man. He takes the wind out of you.
Balls. Kicks you in the balls.
The balls, the metaphorical
Or
balls, the literal
wherever it
balls.
hurts most for Belle.
Figurative balls.
Figurative, literal,
That's where it hurts the
metaphorical.
most, guys.
There we go.
It still hurts. But again, it's like he does it so well with the will because I have felt bad for him, and I don't want to focus too much on him because um, at this point I don't want to seem like I'm trashing the will because I think he is such a fascinating character. But I want to know, is that what Brian's trying to do to me? Right?
Yeah.
Is he trying to get me to feel something for this guy in order just to fucking punch me in the gut again? Right? And I'm going to do it. I'm going to read it and I'm going to feel the things. And I'm going to be mad, but I'm going to keep reading. So, like, for me, that's a part of, at least for me, what is it that, what's his plan? Like, what role does the will play in the story, the saga that I'm reading?
Well, I mean, he can't answer that entirely until we get
Oh, yeah.
done.
Oh, yeah. Oh, for sure.
He's
It'd
going
be
to
Like, I know
laugh
you have
at you
time.
and go.
letters though toward the end and see if they can come on towards the end.
He'll be like, ask me again in 3 years.
Like, come on, man. Like, yep. But yeah, that would
Um,
probably be my question for sure.
yeah. Uh, this volume also has one of, if not my favorite cover. I love have the t-shirt of chapter 34, Goose fishing off of Friendo.
I love Goose so much.
That this one is just so beautiful.
Yep. It's serenity. It just feels like so
Yeah.
much, so peaceful.
Don't you have a shirt like
Well,
that, Dad?
I have 2 of them because I had Kelly make me one where she did an iron on a tie dye, but then they made it available through their threadless shop, and I bought one.
Fire.
So, yeah.
I want to
So
put
that's the other thing that you should consider, Belle. And I know Lee. I told Lee I'd show him this because he wound up finding a couple at the store, and I'm like, dude, there are more and better ones.
Yep.
Have you gone to the Saga threadless shop?
no.
Lee?
No, I haven't. I forgot about it.
Okay.
To be
Okay,
quite honest.
let's share that screen really quick. And for that matter, at least during the last run, they would like have 1 month runs of every cover. I didn't actually do any of them, but I mean, so we've got our Lion Cat.
Hell
I
yeah.
love the Mistook. That's the band that uh the girl, the dance instructor had on her shirt.
Mhm.
You got the goose. You got the goose on the island. You got the cover one. I actually love this one, Landfall and Wreath, on the Saga shirt.
That's a cool shirt.
Yeah, I think this is what, issue 8 with the bubble gum.
Oh, these are all cool shirts. They're like full prints of art. Okay, I have that Lion Cat and Will cover. I have that book on my wall.
Yeah, I still need to get this one, 39, which is in the next volume, but with petrichor. And I love the Isabel Pyrosis shirt. I have one too. I actually have 2 of those because I've got the black. There's I've got both the red one and the black one for that. So yeah.
I think I need an Isabel Pyrosis shirt today.
Well,
Yeah, for sure. I was thinking the same
Yeah.
thing.
well, $22.95 for the fitted. they actually regularly have sales. So if you decide to wait, there's a good chance that you'll be able to get it for like 12 or 14.
This is
Ooh, they're much
fantastic.
like the hoodies.
Can I just say that real quick before I don't know how long we have, but I want to quickly mention back to Saga because there's a lot of the I did my iOS on my iPhone with Saga a long time ago. I still think I need to send it to you guys, but my home screen, the page I look at the most is dedicated to Alana, Hazel, and Marco and like their family unit. And this full page spread where Marco and Hazel reunite and she's just going, Daddy, Daddy, Daddy. And it says school taught him
Yes.
she loved being home. That's like on my home screen. And I love that. I love that spread so much. Even like I look at it every day. It's on my phone every day. I like wake up, I look at it.
Okay. I
It's
did not
still just
realize that there are, this is the version of the mistook shirt I have, the multicolor one.
coming across it.
But I did not realize that there are baby sizes,
What?
baby and toddler sizes.
Yep.
I might, I don't have any babies in my life at the moment, but I do have toddlers, and well, I guess they're not really toddlers. I have a 4 and a 6-year-old. They might need Goose T-shirts at some point, or Pyrosis logo T-shirts.
Yeah, that's gonna happen.
Even if they don't know what they are yet. I mean, they've been playing with my stuffed goose since they were young, and sometimes with the lion cat, but they like the goose better.
Yeah.
So they haven't done a lot of Saga merchandise, but what Saga merchandise they've done,
Top notch.
top notch. Yeah. 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 Do we have any other? I mean, I feel like we've managed to talk for like an hour without saying a lot other than happy, cool. Now with Saga, we don't get to say happy very often, so that's probably one of the reasons that we've been like that for
Mhm.
this episode. But is there anything in particular that people want to jump to? I didn't see any tiles that would have caught Belle's attention this issue. I was looking for them. I
I
was
already
looking for
mentioned my full page spread that I was going to talk about while you were doing.
which one?
So the one where she's hugging Marco and
Oh,
they reunite. I already gave my last
the
spiel.
the daddy.
Yeah, it's adorable.
Yes,
I mean, like
it
she misses
is.
him
It
so bad.
is.
She literally has not seen him in like years. And they
Well,
fight, and it's like, yeah.
and for that matter, I mean, I love it from the dad standpoint because it's like initially he's been so set on this for so long that he's got the doll and he's like, I've been carrying this around for you and now I feel really dumb because you look so different that I'm
You don't need
realizing
this
that you
anymore.
may or may not even remember this anymore.
Yeah.
Do you know who Daddy?
Mhm. My only thought, is speaking of like looks, is just Marco with a beard, man.
Yeah.
It's gotta go.
Yeah,
Didn't know I needed that. It was like, all right, bro, I see you.
And then Alana's like,
uh,
it's gotta go.
yeah, as soon as they break their unspoken vow. I
Right.
love I love how Isabel or Hazel talks about that too. She's like my parents always did suck at vows.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
never really good at vows. It's like, oh.
Yeah.
But the fact I like that they alluded when they were like, as Marco and Alana were like trying to save Hazel together, like it was kind of like a montage of them saving Hazel,
Right?
right? It was like cuts and
Mhm.
things. Like you could tell it was a montage, but I like how they alluded to even more adventures that we didn't get to see when Prince
Yep.
Rowan joins. And they're
Yep.
like, yeah, we borrowed this helmet. And it's like,
Robbing banks.
what adventures
Yeah, a couple of them.
out on? Like not seeing them do through this montage of like, we're gonna rescue our daughter.
Right.
That's,
Well, and I mean, that it's been years.
and I love when they leave things for us to speculate on like that.
Yeah. I mean, essentially, they passed through years in a handful of pages.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
It's so cool.
I also loved getting Upshur and Doff back.
Yes. Oh.
And this is when I started hating the Will again. When he fucked with Upshur. Or I'm sorry, Doff. When he fucked with Doff. Who has the coolest camera because it has an eye. Though did you notice that
A lot
they
of
also have a video camera with an eye
Mm-hmm.
on the
Nope, missed that one.
It's like other than the fact that it actually has an eye for the lens, it looks like one of the old big ass VHS camcorders.
Hmm. Hey,
That
damn.
they have on the ship. Where was it that Alana was messing with it? And I don't even know why she was messing it. It was just like there. Right before. Here I am flipping through pages. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Yeah. Oh no, it was they were getting ready to get him to. It was when they were talking to Prince Robot about impersonating lower Count Robot 60. And him getting all upset that who would think that I was only a count? You think all robots look alike.
You racist.
Well, then he also gets upset when Goose keeps calling him Prince too. He's like, I'm
Right.
not Prince anymore. Like it just that's how the robot kingdom works. You kind of figure out is like it's this hierarchy. Like it's like
Yep.
almost like a caste system they've got going on.
Mhm.
Here's the other thing I like. Did you notice that the like shield person on Landfall was sitting at her desk coloring?
No.
Look at that. She's got a coloring page.
Yep, I saw that.
You can park anywhere but the red lane. Over and out. Fucking disgraceful.
Mhm.
Do what you gotta do, man. Like,
She doesn't even look down.
Nope.
Just coloring away. Oh, Matt, did you catch? And you have the physical copy, so flip it over and look at the pull quotes on the back.
Which one do you want? Alan Moore's?
Well, just look at the top two pull quotes and who they are.
Mm-hmm.
Alan Moore and Lin-Manuel Miranda as your top two pull quotes. And then Cosmopolitan, because this is the comic that gets featured in Cosmo.
Mm-hmm.
Every 20,
What?
yeah, every 20
What?
seconds, you should read it. I agree with this.
Right, but like what anything gets a pull quote from Alan Moore, Lin-Manuel Miranda, and Cosmo?
I'm going to say Saga.
Yeah.
Votes for Saga.
I think it's a Venn diagram where Saga is the only.
The
Right?
answer.
That's hilarious.
No, that's
I
so
mean-
good.
I mean, I imagine the crossover between Alan Moore and Cosmo is pretty small
You'd think.
in and of itself. Probably slightly larger crossovers between Alan Moore and Lin-Manuel Miranda, or Lin-Manuel Miranda and Cosmo.
Cosmo, right?
But still like three tiny slivers of things that even two of these three people would like. But you gotta believe that like And I guess Cosmo's not even people. It's a whole entity. And I still think that you got to believe that this is like the only thing that could get praise in all three of those places. Maybe like this and mashed potatoes.
Hmm.
I say because I love mashed potatoes. I mean, it's entirely possible that one of the three might not. But
You know,
but
Dad, one of your podcast goers right now doesn't like mashed potatoes. I've skipped them at Thanksgiving for the last like.
which just makes you terrible. Just makes you
I'm
terrible. But but what I really meant is I used the mashed potatoes example is the only thing that I think it's even remotely possible that
yeah.
editorial at Cosmo, Lin-Manuel Miranda, and Alan Moore might all have in common other than liking this is liking a particular food, just because there are enough foods that don't fall into a particular clique. I mean, you've got like the wizard clique, the theater boy clique, and the mean girl clique represented here. And not like the Harry Potter fun wizard clique.
No,
Andy
definitely not.
Wizard click.
This is the Gandalf kick your
Yep.
ass wizard clique.
Yep.
Uh,
It's such a unique book. I seriously like
is.
none of my friends have read it yet, and I'm on them to read it all the time. The first one to read it, I'm gonna like
Yeah.
have to
I don't
like give
know,
it.
Belle. It sounds like you gotta get better friends.
Tell me about it.
I, I mean, I have sold a few hundred copies of Saga Volume 1, but I've also probably given away 20 of them. And actually, this is something that I've been meaning to talk to Lee. You need to get they are reprinting Saga in the digest size editions.
Ah,
We need to
okay.
get those into the store because they're $10 a piece, which admittedly volume 1 is already $10,
Mhm.
but the digest size is easier to sell to the manga crowd. It's a little bit easier to sell to the non-comic crowd, period. You can always get them to go for the hardcover once they love it and you're like, well, you want to see the art big?
Mhm.
Come look at this. But yeah, we should carry the digest sizes. And for that matter, I keep meaning to buy it again just to have the pocket size editions. Because I haven't given Fiona and Brian enough of my money yet, apparently.
Mhm. Sounds
Um,
good. Yeah, I'll definitely. Sorry, looking it up right now.
looking it up right now.
Get
Funny, I
on
did
it.
the same thing.
I'm laying on the couch.
So Belle, that's one of the things you can do is volume 1 in either digest size or regular size is only $10 a piece. You can just start making it everybody's birthday present until they start reading it.
Oh, you're so wise for that, actually.
I mean, that's part of what I did.
Wisdom. That's straight up wisdom. Tad just laid some serious wisdom on me right there. Give people Saga for their birthday. Yup.
Paperback
Like a wizard
on
with
Amazon
that
is
wisdom.
$7.20.
That's wisdom.
Right. Right. But yes, even if she's supporting her local comic shop though,
I don't
it'd
have
be
one.
$10.
You know this.
Oh, that's right.
Ugh.
Yeah, I forgot to look for you. How close is the closest comic shop?
Closest comic shop to bumfuck nowhere. That's what you're Googling right now.
Kind of.
How do you spell that? BUM.
Right? How do you spell that? It's funny. Yeah.
Okay, so
My closest
oh,
Hamburg or Buffalo or something.
No,
do you
Jamestown.
know the heart of the game?
Oh yeah, it's a D&D store in town. They don't sell comic books though. They
They
just sell
don't.
like D&D stuff, Boy Scout stuff,
Okay,
video games,
so it's
and
okay.
consoles. I've been
Okay.
there.
How about Chautauqua Comics
If it's
in
not
Jamestown?
yeah, I've never been to. No, my friend lives in Jamestown now, though. I might go visit soon, so I could take her to a comic shop.
Gutter Pop Comics on Hurdle Avenue?
In what town?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. because Buffalo.
Yep. There you go. We got one in Jamestown, 45 minutes south, one in Buffalo, 50 minutes north. So those
There's several in Buffalo.
Yeah, there are a bunch of good ones in Buffalo.
Yeah.
Buffalo and
Depew,
rock for comics.
Depew.
Lockport Depew, yep.
Yeah, it's just sad. Fredonia lost, like GameStop was the closest we had to a comic book shop.
Hey, when I
Niagara
went to school, there
Falls.
was a comic shop.
Huh?
Oh, wait a minute. I didn't realize. See. Now I'm gonna see. I hadn't bothered to map Fredonia yet, and now that I'm kind of figuring out where it is, that there. I mean, first of all, do you have a passport?
You want me to go to Canada? I got a signed Jeff Lemire book from Canada when I went to
Well,
System.
that's my point.
I literally
Is
pulled it
there?
off the shelf and it was autographed, and I was like, oh, it was like $13.
This is
I'm
my
like,
point. There are a lot of
Defender.
good comic shops in Toronto.
Yeah, I've been. That was one of my only things I wanted to do when I saw System of a Down there, dude. I was like, Mia, we're going to a comic shop. And she's like, cool, I want to try on vintage clothes. So like she went and let me pick out a book and I let her try on skirts.
Um,
It was cute.
but I gotta find out how far you are from the kazoo factory.
This is the first I'm hearing of a kazoo factory.
Yeah, where's the kazoo factory?
Eden,
Eden, Angola?
Yeah.
Eden, New York. So you're 33 minutes away from the kazoo factory.
I got kazoos for days, but no local comic shop. Not a local comic shop in sight.
I mean, there's a whole factory producing kazoos.
But nobody will sell me Saga within 20 minutes of my own home.
Well, I mean, it's 30 minutes to get to the. Well, actually, there is a store. Oh no, that's an antique store. So if they have comics, it's
Actually, there might be some comics there. Yeah, you don't know.
Yeah, there's lots of old stuff out here. And honestly, enough garage sales with people selling comic books or comic adjacent things that I can get behind it a little, but there's no one that sells me Saga. So it's like,
blah, blah, blah.
it's tough. It's tough out here. Hopefully Chicago will have more comic book stores.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, yeah.
So is UC looking even more likely at this point?
Listen, I'm not going to say anything in either direction or the other. I had a good interaction with the professor I want to be with when I was seeing him in GSA, and like he came to my poster, and I had a good interaction with his student when I saw her on the phone, and I think I have a good shot, but I also think there's probably other students that are like me that also have a good shot. So I think it's 50-50. Like
Yeah.
I could or I couldn't. I can't be upset either way. It is my top school and it is something I worked really hard to get like my application in for. But at the end of the day, life's going to be what life is.
Yeah.
The grad school's like that, man. It's like it's going to make or break wherever I go for my future. And it's like I can't actually put that much weight on it or it'll make me go insane.
Yeah. Fair. All right, closing thoughts, because we should wrap.
Let's get on those letters. 22 letters.
I think that's a great
Brian
idea.
and Fiona.
Anybody who sends a letter requesting Brian and Fiona to come on 22 panels, actually, let's go all in here. I know because I buy Saga every way, so I can quickly pull up a digital single issue too, so that I can put out the address here for our letter writing campaign. Hi Mom, hi Adam, hi Britt. Hi John. Is there anybody else who's likely listening? I can't think of anybody else at the moment. There are a handful of people, I'm certain. Probably Marisol, when she remembers that she didn't show up. So let's see. Saga. And I again, like I decided a long time ago that when I wrote my Saga letter, I had to pull out my typewriter and use the typewriter. And that's slowed me down, but it will still also mean a cooler letter when I send it. So I need to make a point of that. particularly because here I am promising on there. You're my accountability partners. In 4 weeks, you have to ask if the letter's written.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
done.
I like this. Yes, accountability partners. Yes.
If only we had a
So-
written record of this conversation.
So letters are to be sent to be continued 4335 Van Nuys Boulevard, Suite 332, Sherman Oaks, California 91403. They can be addressed to Brian or Fiona or Milkshake. You know,
One for each.
Yeah, there we go.
I'm sending mine to Tootsie.
I'm sending mine to Lion Cat. I'm gonna ask her how many lies she's heard. Allie?
Yeah. So yeah.
That's the only word you can say. I mean,
That you guys are my accountability partners, and I have to finally actually write the letter to say we love your work, and we'd very much like to talk to you. I know you don't do a lot of podcasts, but please come join us sometime, because we'll be nice. We won't get too angry at you about the massively bad actions of the will.
Well, yeah.
And Fiona, just for the record, we blame Brian exclusively for that. We know you would have saved him if you could.
at least we see all the bad eras, man. Listen, it's good to watch his downfall. Honestly, kind of cathartic.
So, all right. For the Saga Book Club on 22 Panels, Matt, take us out.
We'll continue after the next page.